Hello everyone, it's E3 this week and I'm extremely excited because it's basically Christmas for me. It's basically my Christmas. I'm a huge fan of watching E3, all of the presentations and stuff, and this year, Saturday the 12th of June till Tuesday the 15th of June if you're in a normal time zone, but I'm not, so I've got to wake up at 2 AM to watch the presentations that I want to watch. It's just going to be really good. It's going to be nice to see what is coming out, some great announcements, and to be honest, my big one that I watch each year, it is always Nintendo. So I'm extremely excited to watch it this year, and since this is my first year where I've had a YouTube channel, and I focus on Nintendo anyway, it's pretty much just Nintendo stuff that I report on, so I'm going to do an E3 prediction thing because that's standard E3 content or pre-3 content. Now, my original take of this video was done on the 1st of June, but it was incomprehensible nonsense, so none of that. We're actually going for a round 2, and actually since then, because it's the 3rd today, okay? The 3rd of June, Nintendo actually announced their Direct. It's going to be a 40-minute Direct. It's going to be, for me, it's Wednesday the 16th at 2 AM. There's also going to be 3 hours of Treehouse content showing off more of the games in depth. I think there'll be some stuff that they'll show there exclusively as well, which will be really interesting. I'm very excited to see it. What I'm going to do, how I'm going to do this, is I'm going to say there's 3 things that I think are going to definitely happen this year. There's 3 things that I think are definites, so I'll tell you them, then I'll do like kind of what I really expect, what I think is most likely, then what I feel is kind of likely, kind of what I want, but probably not going to happen, and then I'll throw out the wild card at the end. I'll throw in my wild card at the end. So yeah, so subscribers, you know that this is a fitness gaming channel. Obviously this is more of the gaming side of things, but I feel like it's pretty important for me to address the elephant in the room. Is there going to be a Ring Fit Adventure 2? No. I firmly believe we will not see an announcement for Ring Fit Adventure 2 at this time. As much as I really want the sequel, I don't think now's the right time. It's not even been out for 2 years. It has sold extremely well. You know, recent numbers show 10 million, and obviously that was accelerated by that cheeky little pandemic that we had for last year, but it's still not been long enough since the last one, in my opinion. So I feel, honestly, I don't feel that we'll see a reveal of it until late 2022. Probably for a release in 2023, in my honest opinion, which sucks, but you know, it is what it is because I really want it. Obviously I'm happy to be wrong, and I don't think there's going to be DLC either. The last update was back in March 2020, so I believe any development or any kind of ideas from that are being put into a sequel if they are making it, if it is in development, which I really hope so, but you know, as I said, we'll have to see. As far as other fitness games go, the main one I was hoping for an announcement for was Family Trainer. It's coming out on the 3rd of September. It's a family-friendly minigame. I've done a little video on it already, and I'm going to be covering it, but that was the thing that I was hoping to be announced at E3, and that's already happened. So obviously, it's not going to be at E3. I think it's going to be a very dry E3 for fitness games, even with Fitness Boxing 2. There is an active JP Twitter account, so you know there is still interest being garnered in Fitness Boxing 2, but I doubt that we're going to see anything for it. I think it's just fitness games not really going to be shown. So moving on to the rest of the Nintendo Direct and the Treehouse, what are the 3 things that I think will definitely happen? We're definitely going to get a Smash character. I feel now makes sense to announce one, even if it's not released until like July or August, now makes sense to announce it. I frankly have no idea who it's going to be. I know who I'd like it to be. I'd like it to be either Dr. Robotnik from Sonic, obviously, or Ring Fit Trainee, obviously. I think both could have some really wicked moves. It would bring in some great new music and some stages into Smash Bros. And I think it would be, yeah, I think those are the 2 that I would most like to see, but honestly, Smash characters, it's anyone's guess. I'm not even touching that. Now, the second thing that will be announced, this is extremely obvious, in my opinion, Hyrule Warriors content. So we know the Season Pass is available for sale now. We know Wave 1 is coming out in June. We have a vague kind of write-up of like the bullet points. We've got the bluff notes on what it is, but we have no idea what the actual content is, so I feel that we will get a trailer, even if it's just like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, just showing us who the new character is, what those new stages are, all that stuff. I think we'll get a peek at Wave 2 as well, show who that other character is, because they'll want to push this quite hard. I know I'll be picking that up because I really loved Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I thought it was fantastic. Now, speaking of Hyrule, I think this brings me very sweetly into my third definite, which is Breath of the Wild 2. Yes, I'm backing myself on this one. I really feel that Breath of the Wild 2 will be shown here. Even if it's like what they did for Horizon Forbidden West, where they show a little bit of CG and then they show some gameplay, but don't give a release date, I feel we're definitely going to get something here about Breath of the Wild 2. It's Zelda's 35th anniversary. Frankly, this is the big one. This is the big one for Nintendo. I really feel that like this is such a core game that everyone is hyped up about, you know, and that teaser trailer, as Stealth40k pointed out on Twitter, that trailer came out 2 years ago now. That teaser came out 2 years ago, and we need to see what's going on. I feel that they will give us an update, they will give us some visuals, stuff like that. Whether or not it releases it, you know, I have no idea if it's going to release this year, but we will see it. We will see it. I back that completely. So now that we've got those three out of the way, what do I feel is most likely? Well, I feel that we're going to get a final trailer for Mario Golf for the Switch, which I can't remember the subtitle for, and I think that we will get a playable demo. I feel that they will shadow drop it, like, play it now after the direct, haha! And we will be able to play it, we'll be able to try out a little bit, maybe a little bit of the story, a couple of courses, and show off a little bit of speed golf. I think that's where the main selling point is. That seems to be where most of the hype is around speed golf. So I think that is where they are going to highlight in the demo. Yeah, because Nintendo does do that kind of shadow dropping of demos and games and stuff. I think that this is the one that they'll do this year. Yep. That's what I reckon. And then actually Mario brings me into my next one. I think we're going to get a Super Mario Party 2 announcement. Now, I thought that the Super Mario Party getting online, you know, that recent update where they brought on online mode, I think that that is very sus. And I reckon that is actually like just a test for the netcode for Super Mario Party 2. I think it makes sense as a release as well. Loads of people picked up Switches back in 2020, and having a really big family-centric game come out around the holidays, I think would be fantastic. The next one is Animal Crossing New Horizons. They'll do a new update for it, and it wouldn't surprise me if they dedicate a horrifying amount of time to it. Is this the Brewster update? Probably not. Probably not. It would be nice to see Brewster back in there again. It might make me pick up the game, but I think that that is something that we will see. It was such a smash hit from last year. I know that they've basically done the yearly round of updates, and so the events are all set in the game as long as you've got it updated. But I feel that they still want to bring some more stuff in. So yeah, Brewster's stuff makes sense. Brewster's stuff makes sense, and yeah, that would be good to see. That would be good to see. Now my last one falls onto Zelda, and actually bringing back from that earlier one that I mentioned about a collection of games. I think we are going to get a collection of games. I think that's quite possible. I'm not entirely sure what it will be though. I think it will be limited time, like 3D All-Stars, because Nintendo know that that will sell, and they know that people will panic buy it, and even though it's not a particular practice that I'm keen on, I reckon they'll do that. As far as if it's 2D or 3D, I have no idea. Obviously, yeah, those rumours have been circulating around Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. Then again, would they do classics like 2D? Would they do Zelda 1, 2, Link to the Past, maybe the Oracle games? I don't know. Maybe they re-release Four Swords, I don't know. I think we will see some sort of like either 2D or 3D collection. I don't expect it to be both. And as far as 3D, look, it's anyone's guess. It could be Ocarina and Majora with the Master Collection stuff. It could be Wind Waker and Twilight Princess. It could be whatever. There's a lot of options. So yeah, a lot of really cool stuff there. And I'd hope it be a kind of like Sonic Mega Collection. You know how Sonic Mega Collection has like the unlockable like comics and soundtracks and stuff? That would be really cool to see that sort of stuff built into that collection for the 35th anniversary as well. And now as far as stuff that's possible, let me quickly address the Pro rumours, the Switch Pro rumours, because I really want that to happen. I really want that to happen, but it's not going to happen at E3. It's not going to happen at E3, specifically because the wording says Nintendo Switch software. So, a Pro would be hardware. I feel that that is intentionally saying, hey, we're not showing this off. Shut up, Twitter. If they are going to show it off, because it would make sense if they were going to show all these new games, especially with the Treehouse, if they were showing all the games running on the Switch Pro, that would be really amazing. But that would be announced before this video comes out. That like the Switch Pro would have to be announced before the video comes out. So let me know in the comments if that happens. What else is possible? I think it's possible, and what I would like to see from Nintendo Treehouse, because it's inevitable that they're going to show like Skyward Sword or something, or Mario Golf. I think those two are kind of, you know, going to be shown. I would really like to see more from Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I want to see it in motion. The trailer was kind of cool, but I want to see more of the actual gameplay of these remakes. Not that I'm not going to pick them up because Sinnoh is my favourite region, but I'm a little bit hesitant on it for some reason, and I think showing it off a little bit more would be really good. And I also feel we're going to get a little tease with Legends Arceus. I think they'll show something, they'll give us something more concrete as well at Treehouse. I think it's entirely possible, and I would love that if that happened. I would love that if that happened. But yeah, well, that's more of a hope of mine rather than, and it does make sense, like they did it for Sword and Shield, and that was where the whole Dexit thing came from, which was like, oh god. Now my next one, since I'm a really big Sonic fan, my next one is Sonic Colors Ultimate. I think that we're going to see a more in-depth trailer about that, showing off some of these new modes. Today we found out about the Famitsu scans, where we have like, there's a Tails icon, and then if you fall down a pit, Tails will pick you up and rescue you, which is really cool. We also know that there's the rival battle mode, and there's a new Wisp as well. It wouldn't surprise me to see that in the Nintendo Direct, because we had that for Forces. They actually revealed the avatar character for Sonic Forces within a Nintendo Direct before. I could see that coming, plus Sonic Central did say that there'd be more information on Sonic Colors Ultimate in the coming weeks, and this is the coming weeks, so hopefully we're going to see that. I'm very excited for that. Just a few more to wrap it up. Monolith Soft, I think we will see a showing from them. I don't know exactly what though. I mean, maybe they would say that like Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is in development, but also they said that this would focus on things mainly coming out in 2021. So if they are going to be there showing something releasing, I'd say the Xenoblade Chronicles X port is the most likely candidate there. I think it's going to be that if Monolith are showing anything. Alright, and this next one that's quite possible has actually changed. I feel like I'm cheating a little bit, because this was my wild card, but now it's more of a confirmed thing, or not confirmed thing, more of a possible thing. There's a tweet going around about the WarioWare, like how would you buy it at a certain price? It's in a new Nintendo survey, so WarioWare is definitely on the cards. It's just whether or not they show it here, and that would be Intelligent Systems, so that would cross that off as well. So you know, like that would show what they've been working on. I reckon that's a possibility. Obviously, I hope they're working on the next Fire Emblem, but more about that in a moment. My last one as well is apparently it's DK's 40th anniversary, so I'll be seeing a Donkey Kong game, possibly. I think it's possible to see a Donkey Kong game. There were rumours flying around about, there's been so many rumours. This is the thing, like it's so hard to kind of decide. I feel like it's kind of hard to decide for myself what I want and versus what is possible. I think a Donkey Kong game is possible. It's been a long time since Tropical Freeze, and even Tropical Freeze was a remaster, was a port, so it's been a while since the most recent Donkey Kong game. So hopefully we see something there. Finally, my wild card. So this is just a pure want from me. I don't think this is I don't think this is going to release at all. I don't think this is going to be in there. But this is my pure wild card. Fire Emblem Echoes Radiance. Path of Radiance remake. Obviously, a lot of people know Ike from Smash, and Path of Radiance is very expensive to buy, and Radiant Dawn is extremely expensive to buy. So a Echoes game maybe encompassing both of them would be really cool, or like maybe Radiance Part 1 and Part 2 comes out later, showing off both of those games. That would be really cool to see. I really want that. And I guess there is a chance. Fire Emblem did particularly well. Fire Emblem Heroes has been doing really well, you know, Three Houses as well. And Echoes, the whole Fire Emblem Echoes thing sounds like a kind of like franchise name, but all we've seen is Shadows of Valentia, so I feel Ike makes sense to release. I feel Ike definitely makes sense to release, and I'm pretty sure it's an anniversary for there as well, so who knows. So yeah, that's my E3 wish list / predictions. It is definitely more of a wish list, isn't it? As I said, it's like Christmas Eve. Like, I'm really excited for this. Obviously, I don't think all of that is going to happen. I just want to establish, I really don't think all of that is going to happen. I feel those first three, there were three things that I said I feel are definites. Those are the only concrete things for me. I reckon the rest of it, you know, it's possible. There's definitely some possibles there, and it would be nice to see it, but you know, we'll have to see what happens. And yeah, look, it sounds a bit fanboyish, but let's not argue about it. It's definitely fanboyish. So yeah, what do you think is going to be announced? Do you think Breath of the Wild 2 is coming? Is there a particular title that you are like, right, this is definitely coming, this is definitely coming? Let me know. And Ryan, we need to get the bets on. Bang, bang, bang. Fantastic. Cowdoy. Fantastic. So, if you've enjoyed this, please hit like and subscribe for more actual fitness gaming content coming soon. We'll be back to normal schedule very soon. I don't think I'll do like an E3 write-up unless there's anything particularly relevant to the channel, but still, whatever, it will happen if it happens. Thank you so much for your time today. I hope you're having a wonderful one, and I will see you soon.